Today we're going to look at scenarios which were added with the November 2nd, 2021 game update. We're going to cover what they are, how they work, and some other details. If you're new, my name is Jennifer and welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And to start with, we are on the main menu, which shows essentially the play button, the new game, the load game, and the new scenario. If you're going into a brand new game, you will only have the play button and the new scenario. That new scenario is what is new with this update. Now, one thing I want to touch on from the update notes about scenarios is that it comments there that, as SimGuruDuck said in their Inside Maxis, sometimes some scenarios will be there for a limited time. Some will be updated and tweaked, some will be like a challenge, and some may not. But all in all, they're going to add more over time, and that we can expect improvements and or additions to the system over time as well. Now, that said, with the update, we were given 2 scenarios, and then there was an article by Sims Community which said there 3 more were found in the game files, one of which was released on November 3rd, Too Many Toddlers, which is limited, which we're going to touch on. And the other 2, I will show screenshots and link below to Sims Community for them. But one was Surviving the Holidays. I'll show the details there on the screen. You can take a look, pause it if you want. And then the other one was Perfectly Well-Rounded. I'd have to say the scenarios that are in the game and that are coming all seem challenge related. But I could see them maybe being more story based, and even the Surviving the Holidays could maybe be kind of like a story as opposed to a challenge. So, how do you start a new scenario? Obviously, you select the button and then it'll pull up whatever the current challenge scenarios are. Since this is right early on when they were added, we have the Making Money, which has the theme of fortune. We have that limited time Too Many Toddlers, which has a family and skills theme. And then we have a Finding Love After a Breakup, which the theme is romance. Now, you don't commit to doing it. You can just go view and it shows you the details there. And with respect to the Making Money, there are actually no requirements, but the potential outcome is have 1 million simoleons. You can start it in a new save, or you can start with an existing save, but it will create a new household within an existing save. At the time of launch, you can't do scenarios with existing households. Of course, here is the Too Many Toddlers, which shows you right there. Now it's available to start until November 17th, 2021, and you can then finish it whenever you want. And there you do have some requirements, and then the potential outcome essentially is what your goal is in this case. Same thing with respect to how you can start it. And then this one has your requirements there and also your potential outcomes, in which case there's a few different potential outcomes and they are the same in terms of how you can start them. Now we're going to actually go on to the Making Money, which I think generally could take the longest without cheats. But the other ones aren't too long. And one thing people are saying is that, oh, well, you can just do challenges. And I agree. I do challenges. I'm a challenge player. But, not everybody does challenges. And this is a good way to make them more accessible to everybody. And in some ways, they're simpler. Like Too Many Toddlers is 3 toddlers. And, there's a 7 toddler challenge out there. Obviously, 100 baby challenge, which you can go through lots of toddlers over time. But not everybody plays with toddlers, so 3 might be a lot for some people. So we're going to look at the Making Money here, which we've already taken, and we're going to actually start with an existing save because I want to show you something. So here, when you do this, it essentially pulls up that same load game that we have on the actual main menu, but in here we can start a scenario from this. And you can see with this that there are active scenarios in that particular save. And I have a couple with the same just because of it just created it and I did a save as a couple of times. One with the beginning and one with it continued. Just because I wanted to be able to play around with it a little bit. And I don't know why there's a 4th one, but it doesn't really matter. But an interesting point is that the one at the very top actually started as a scenario, but I was testing how cheats would work. and it ended the scenario, and that little icon is now gone. And obviously you could have your scenario save where you have multiple scenarios in the same save with different households. So we're actually going to go into this one down here, and we are going to start a scenario here. So I'm going to hit the start scenario button, and it's going to pull up create a sim to create our household. So obviously it comes here and you're supposed to create your sims. The other thing you can do is just go into the gallery or your own library, which you access in the same place, and just pull someone in, which I'm going to pull this one in and place it. I'm going to replace. I'm going to say that's fine and say yes. So we have the household. They're actually 2 teens. There's no limits, no requirements whatsoever with respect to this challenge. So then you're going to hit this and say play. And it brings you up and you choose what world you want to move into. I am going to have them move into Oasis Springs. You're still limited with respect to the value. You can see the yellow. We can't, and obviously someone's already there. We can't afford those, and we pick one that we can afford. Oh, we'll pick this Arid Ridge one over here. It's a nice big lot. And then we're going to hit confirm. So now it tells us that we're going to have 16,500 funds afterwards. But will we? No, we're supposed to have 0. So I'm going to hit purchase home, and we'll be back once they're on their lot. So they're here on their new home lot, and as expected, they have no money because that's what the scenarios is supposed to do. And obviously you could use cheats to set their money down to 0, and there are other ways, but it is definitely easier just to have it already done for you, and it would probably be particularly good for console players because using cheats will disable trophies. Not everybody cares about that, but if you're going for those trophies, then that would be an issue, though there are other ways to get no money without using cheats. Of course, you could have started on a lot with a house on it, but if you're going for more proper rags to riches, then you don't want to start on a lot with a house. That's just kind of the way it is. So I'm going to just show this. So now, for the fun part, we're going to fast forward to see what happens when they are finished this scenario, which we're going to do using cheats. Control-Shift-C, turning cheats on, which is testing cheats on or testing cheats true. Either should work. And then money, 1 million simoleons. There we go. Scenario complete. Completed the making money scenario. And there we go. We completed the scenario. Game time elapsed. 1 minute. I think that's the least they can say because no game time has elapsed. And so we got the outcome of having 1 million simoleons, and yay for that. Now let me hit this, and you can see he got 5,000 satisfaction points, and so did she. So there we go. They both have it. And then you could go either in from here to the rewards store, and you can also do the lessons if you wanted to. And anything that's 5,000 or less, you can buy. I have a lot of different things here because some of them come from various packs, but a lot of them are base game. So there you go. That is the scenario completed. One interesting thing to note is that is actual game time, not the time it took you to play it, and not from when it started. It's in-game time, because I actually went in and cheated it in another one just to check, and I'd been playing for 4 sim days, and it said, oh, you got it done in 4 days. So that's how it worked. I exited without saving because I actually wanted them to play through it. So another thing is that these two, I'm going to actually use them for a Let's Play for the Making Money scenario. And they are actually the same sims I used for one of my first challenges on YouTube for the Rosebud Challenge, which is to have a household worth 1 million, which is not quite the same, but still. And except for I have now aged them down to teens, and they are spellcasters because I like to play with spellcasters. So if you'd like to see them actually do the challenge, because I will not be saving this, so they will have to start over with nothing and not have it completed for them. I will be back hopefully on Friday, and once I'm back, I will link it at the end. And part of the reason I had already been thinking of doing it is because there's a lot more in the game, so you can actually earn money probably more quickly, because the goal was to try and get it done as quickly as possible without using cheats for the money, of course. And this will actually help keep track of how long it's actually taking them to do it. So that should be fun. Let me know if you have any questions about scenarios in a comment down below, or if you've already attempted them, let me know about that. Or even at that point, you might have some questions. You can ask those too. or you can come join my Facebook group or my Discord server. I will have links to those in the description down below. But that is going to be it for this video. Leave a like if you liked it. It really helps with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!